Just recently, Flash writer Josh Williamson was interviewed by DC Comics for their DC Nation issue 2 comic about his current Flash War story, which was Barry Allen up against Wally West. And during the written interview, DC asked Josh to list the fastest DC characters in order from 10 to 1. Well, guess what? He actually ranked, giving us the first official in-canon answer for who really are the fastest characters in the DC universe. I just wanted to mention that Josh Williamson has been writing The Flash since issue 1 of DC's Rebirth, but he also wrote Justice League vs. Suicide Squad and co-wrote Justice League No Justice with Scott Snyder and James Tynion. Williamson is also responsible for writing one of the best Dark Knight's Metal tie-in issues, Batman the Red Death. Needless to say, Josh is no stranger to the DC universe, so his list comes with some serious credibility. However, it's also worth noting that if DC Comics is publishing this list and one of their own comics, other higher-ups like co-publisher Dan DiDio and now Chief Creative Officer Jim Lee had to have approved of this now-canon list. I mean, they even went as far as having original art done by Scott Collins and Luis Guerrero. That being the case, it's extremely weird that this is flying under the radar, as we're among the first to cover it. But hey, that's what we're here for. So let's get to the official list of the 10 fastest characters in the DC universe. At number 10 is Wallace R. West, who is the current Kid Flash, introduced to us in Flash Annual 3 in 2014. Josh put him at number 10 saying, quote, Wallace is still young and learning how to control his powers. His bravado is a little faster than he is. Once he gets a handle on his abilities, he has the potential to be the fastest. But it's going to take some time and experience, end quote. It's not shocking that Kid Flash is at the bottom of the list, because as Josh said, his powers are still new to him, and he has a lot of learning to do. But with time and experience, he'll likely start climbing the list. Number 9 spot is Shazam. This one is a little shocking to me, as I definitely thought he would be higher on the list. But hey, what are you going to do? Williamson said, quote, he's been granted the speed of Hermes and can run as fast as lightning bolts. But even the swiftness of the protector of the Rock of Eternity can't give him an edge over these speedsters, end quote. Again, I personally thought he would have been higher, maybe right behind or near Superman, but Josh's reasoning does make sense. Plus, he knows a lot more than any of us as to where the DC universe is going and how characters' powers have changed since the New 52, DC Rebirth, and so on, especially as he's developing new status quos and stories for the DC universe. Spot is fan-favorite speedster and a character created by Williamson himself, Godspeed. Now, this one really took me by surprise because Godspeed was shown to be faster than Barry Allen in issue 6 of The Flash. He could also do the one thing Barry could never do, which is be in 2 places at once. So with that said, how is he not at least in the top 2? Well, as Josh explains, quote, when August first got his powers, he was maybe faster than Barry Allen. But Barry and Wallace siphoned the speed he stole from them. Now that his powers are more in check, now I knew Wonder Woman was extremely fast, as she's pretty much the female version of Superman, but I thought Williamson's reasoning on this was super interesting. He said, quote, Diana is the greatest warrior in the DC universe. She was trained by the Amazon. Mechanics of running better than anyone on this list, and that giving her the edge is pretty insane, because he's saying that she knows more about the mechanics of running than Barry Allen, Wally West, Godspeed, and everyone else on this list. That is crazy, and just another reason why Wonder Woman is easily one of the most powerful characters overall in the DC universe. Taking the 6th spot is the biggest curveball for me on this entire list, and that would be Cheetah. You heard me right. Cheetah. Now, don't get me wrong, I knew Cheetah was fast, but faster than Kid Flash, Shazam, Godspeed, and Wonder Woman? Anyway, according to Josh, and now DC Canon, quote, she has zero hesitation in her movements and a no-mercy mindset, which helps her stay focused on her goal, a swift kill. Her unrelenting drive makes her one of the fastest threats in the DCU, end quote. After reading this especially, I feel like DC has big plans for Cheetah, as she will also be the villain in the upcoming Wonder Woman 84 movie. So personally, I think her upcoming live-action debut could be at least a part of the reasoning for her landing this high on the list. Either way, she sits pretty at number 6.
Oh my god, I'm so good at this game.
Black Racer, who we saw most recently in the Darkseid War.